Under 4 years of life, the average 401k rose at a rate of just $875 a year. Last year, when Trump, the average 401k balance was up $24,875 versus $24,000. Is pretty good. Beginning at the start of next year, every American will be able to go to TrumpIRA.gov and open a new low-cost IRA account. You'll then be able to access the same type of retirement accounts that federal employees enjoy through the thrift savings plans, which are incredible. As part of the federal savings match program, low-income Americans will be eligible to receive up to $1,000 per year in matching funds deposited directly into their accounts. It's a great thing. For millions of Americans who lack employer-sponsored plans, this will be really revolutionary because they'll be covered. Nobody thought that was possible. For example, if a 25-year-old who is eligible for a savings match program invests $165 a month under the matching federal contribution, they will have an estimated $465,000 in their account by the time they're 65 years old. In other words, they'll be rich. And there's something awfully nice about that. But this is only the first step. I was talking to Kevin Hassett a little while ago, and the people standing right behind me will take it to the next level. And the next level, Kevin, you mentioned something, but the next level will be necessary to have congressional approval. What you just heard, there needs congressional approval. And it'll never be terminated, because to terminate it, if somebody else is in office to terminate it, you'd have to take that money away. You'd have to really take away something that's so positive. I don't think any politician would do it. But to take it to the next level, we need congressional approval, which should be very easy to get. It should be bipartisan. Normally it would be bipartisan, but today, nothing's bipartisan. And then it should be something that everybody supports. Okay? There it is. That's nice. Thank you very much, everybody.
Now, despite what the left and the legacy media box say President Trump's agenda, it is working. The American people clearly know that. In March, payrolls rose by nearly 180,000, soaring way past expectations. The data was so good. And of course, this live reaction from CNBC. Take a look.
Initial jobless claims hitting the wires that we haven't seen since the late 60s. This is very, very incredible.
Now, the president's agenda is now resonating particularly strongly with African-American voters. Even CNN, they had to admit that Republicans are holding on to the generational gains that he made with them in 2024. Listen to this.
What we're seeing right now in the numbers is President Trump and the Republican Party are chipping away at the long-term advantage that Democrats have had with black voters, with African Americans. You can see it right here. Look, Trump's approval among African Americans at this point in term one, he was at 12%. You know, he's been losing ground a lot. He's gaining ground with African Americans. He's up to 16% at this point. Donald Trump's Republican Party is absolutely gaining ground. Not just him gaining in terms of his approval rating, but look at the party ID margin, Kate, because this to me was absolutely stunning. Look at this party ID margin among African Americans at this point. In Trump term number one, Democrats had a 63-point advantage. That is absolutely fallen. Look at where it is now. A double-digit shift away. Democrats, of course, still have the advantage, but it's a 12-point shift to the Republican Party.
Now, meanwhile, earlier today, the White House did announce that American Airlines is resuming direct flights from the U.S.